Most WPF beginners repeat the same mistake. They rewrite the same colors, styles and templates again and again. But what if I told you there is a smarter way to manage all your UI elements from one place and change your entire application's look with a single update? Or you could define everything once and reuse it anywhere in your application with a single line. Hello everyone, this is Harsh and you are watching WPF World. In today's video, we are diving into WPF resource, one of the most powerful features for building clean, scalable and professional applications. You will learn how to use the resources and how to structure them like real enterprise WPF project. By the end of this video, you will write less code, avoid duplication and make your UI fully maintainable. Let's get started. What is resource? Resources are reusable objects like styles, brushes, templates, strings that help you keep your UI clean, consistent and easy to maintain. Instead of repeating the same values again and again, you define them once and use them anywhere. So what are the types of resources in WPF? There are two types of resource in WPF: static resource and dynamic resource. Static resource resolve at load time. It is faster. We can use static resource when value will not change. Dynamic resource resolve at runtime. It updates automatically if value change. This we can use for themes or runtime changes. If you want a deeper understanding of static and dynamic resources, be sure to watch this video where I explain them clearly with practical example. What are the way of defining the resources? We have multiple way of defining the resources. Like we can define the resource at control level or window level or user control level, or we can define the resource at application level. So now let's see with an example. First, I want to show you the Windows resources, how to define the resources. To define the Windows resources, we have to use windows.resource. Windows.resources, and then inside that we can define the resources. I want to define the brush color here, so I will use solid brush color. Resource is kind of dictionary, so here we have to specify the key, otherwise what will happen I will show you. So here I want to set the color, I will set red and I will close this tag. So if you see, there is an error. All objects added to the iDictionary must have a key attribute or some other type of key associated with them. So here we have to specify the key. So how to specify the key? We can specify the key using X, and then we can say X key, and here I will say background color. Now how to use this background color or how to use these resources? Let's see. Here I want to change the background color of label. So what I will say, background equal to, here I will say either static or dynamic. So here I will use static resource because I am not going to change at runtime, so I will use static resource. Have you noticed here we can see background color whatever resource I have specified. So here you can select this. Here already have the background, so I will first remove the existing background, and now if you see the designer, you can see the label background color is red. Let's change it to green. You can see the background color is changed. So now we can use this resource for every control. Let me change the color of checkbox. You can see background color is changed to green. So this is how we can define the resource at window level and we can use the resources. Now what I want to do, I want to define this resource at grid level. So here also we can define. How to define? As we want to define at grid level, so I will change it to grid and you can see the value is changed. So now I want to add the resource control level, means I want to add the resource for level. So what I have to do, same thing. Here we have to close like this, and inside this, how to add? Just copy the same thing. I will cut it, I will paste it, and here what we have to change? This one, label. It is added at level. So now we will not able to access it here because it will only apply for the level control. Here we are getting the error like the resource background color could not be resolved because I have used the static resource. As WPF reads XML from top to bottom, so when it will read this level control, it will try to find the background color key which will not define it, and the static resource will be loaded at compile time only. That's why we are getting error. So if we want to fix this error, we can use the dynamic resource. So at the runtime it will get that, and here also you can see if we run it, we can see the green background. So now I want to use the static resource only. So what I will do, I will use label dot background, and then here I will use static First I will remove this, and then here I will use static resource, and the resource key equal to background color. Now you can see background color is green and error is also gone. This is how we can use static resource and dynamic resource for the resource defined at control levels. Okay, now we have seen Windows level and the control level. Now we will see the application level, how to define the resource at application level. For that you have to go to app.jml file. Here you can find app.jml, and here we have application.resources. Here I will add this resource. I will cut it and I will paste it here. Now what I will do, I will remove all this thing from here. Now I want to use the application level resource. So what I will do here, we can use background color and static resource and then the key which we have defined at application level. And if you see, the UI background color is changed to green. This is how we can define the application level resource and use the application level resource. We have merged resource dictionary. When we want to change the theme, that time we will have some resource file where we will define all the color, all the style in the file, and we can use that file inside the resource dictionary. So how to use that? Let's see. I will add one resource file. So here I will add one resource file. So here right click on the project, add, and the new file. Here we'll click on all template, and here I will search for resource. Okay, this resource dictionary. Here I will change the name to colors.xml. Add it. It has been added. What I will do, I will cut it and I will paste it here, and I will add some more property, like I will set white for foreground color. For now I will add two resources here. So how to use this? Inside the application resources we have to use resource dictionary, and then resource dictionary dot merge dictionary, then use resource dictionary and source, set the source for that file which I have created, colors.xml, and close it. In the colors.xml I have added multiple key and added as merge dictionary. So now I can use these two resources in our application. If I want to set the foreground color for this, so I will set foreground equal to static resource, and then this is foreground color key. I will remove this existing property and we can use like this. Let me change it to blue. So we can see here the text color is blue. Same thing we can apply for other control like checkbox. We can see foreground color is blue, and if you want to use background color for this radio button, that also we can do. You can see here, let's run and see. You can see the blue foreground color, background color is green. So this is how we can add the multiple resource in one file, and we can use that file as merge dictionaries in our app.yml, and we can use all the resources defined in that resource file in our application. I hope you learn how to use the resources, how to define the resources, and how to use the merge dictionary to access the resource from the resource file. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, let's share with your friends.